We just met. We just met.
I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, I know. Did you like it last time? Yeah, and then go like an annex building. Which is on one floor. It's starting to spread. It's starting to
I was like trying to search for you guys. I was You're nice.
have
tried to compare that.
I
Yeah,
came in,
sometimes
I
I'm
went
not
to
in
2
trouble.
different publishers and I had a bag just full of shoes. And I don't even wear shoes, but
That's where it comes from.
I got and then 2 Blue Jays games. We went yesterday, we're going tonight. Oh, no, I love the Blue Jays. Okay.
I guess you don't have to. Well, Blue Jays is kind of like a national team. So everybody's kind of
There's a riot. We didn't think it was gonna. Did you watch it? Steaks, turkeys, ball. Yeah. And it's really nice because I haven't seen all of the crazy upgrade, number 1 upgrade, all over the bed, like just different food places all over, social district, all kinds of stuff. I don't know if you've walked through it or not. It's crazy. It's crazy, like amazing. And I don't even know what the other 2 upgrades are. Yeah. Oh, I want to go and say
Thank
hi.
you so much. You never know who you're going to run into.
I know. And this, I've never been to this before.
That was my first one.
Oh, okay.
Because everything children are so
Yeah,
way back.
yeah.
We're betting years of technology.
Okay.
So we got some that and we'll do more. One of my friends is in here. He says, I want to be part of my team. I do everything.
Now, you would know a lot of people.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
came
What,
back.
now, what's...
Came
Okay.
back. Yeah, I just came back from the Philippines. It was a dedication.
Really?
I wanted to do business with a meeting technology ICF, just like one.
Yeah?
I was a guest of 3 of the biggest wealthiest companies. We have a new hotel called TV. We're building a 6-star hotel. So we're doing a big feature. So I said, we want you back. We want you back. So, okay, sure. We're going back to cover that. You don't see the airlines as well.
Oh my
So I'll
gosh.
probably fly. Another one they fly. Talking about flight into the it's a charter company. So I'll be helping them.
Okay, back up. Congratulations. You say yes, right?
I knew before I went.
That's awesome. And when
What are you doing? Bring her here in December.
Okay.
Sometime we will go back here and do a civil wedding here. Let's go back to the room. So we'll just do a civil wedding. And here in Visitor Beach, we're just going to stay 6 months. I'll give us time to go.
Wow.
And we'll go back to fall and do a big
It sounds like 90 Day Fiancé the other way.
The last couple
No, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
So it's like, how do you get here? And one of my government officials, he's retired, so I got to go through, get a letter from ministers. Go through these applications. You have government officials right there. Let me go see applications.
Helps. Awesome. Well, I'm happy for you. That's very exciting. Excellent.
So now it's on the second half of my life. It's like restarting again. So originally I was married when I was 30.
Okay.
Now she's 32. So Leah says, don't worry, I know everything now. I got 20 years in business. So just enjoy the ride. So as soon as she comes here, she'll work 10 years. Subway freight industry.
Has she been here before?
I've never been at some business.
And where she lives in the Philippines? Is it a very big city?
Well, Cebu City is the second biggest city in the Philippines.
Okay. So she's used to a big city.
Whereabouts?
Every time I come here, I'm just like, it's bigger and bigger and taller, and it's just there's so much happening.
The fourth largest city in North America.
Is it?
I remember the projection of the city. Because we're at 6.5, so it's going to be like 10 million in so many years. It's really big.
Wow.
So there's lots of tech industries here.
Yeah.
So everybody comes here to feel comfortable.
Oh,
A lot of things. So they're still having problems. Half the restaurants are closed. So the tourism, I'm sure, is taking you guys. Part of your GBT. Part of your
It's
GBT.
good. So I'm really glad to try something new too. I'm going to figure out some of the same old conferences and try and do something different. I'll make some new clients. Right? You don't do anything, but you do basically call business travel. Is that what you do?
No, well, now being part of this is consumer.
Yeah, I got you.
So, now we're going from consumer,
That's great. I'm still really deep in the association, conventions, meetings, all that stuff. So, I know.
Last conference, people were talking about, it's quarter of the economy of business. Corporate spending. My budgets are $800,000 to want to bring them back to $100,000. That's a lot. Corporate travel. Didn't realize how much big expense. Leisure travel is expensive.
Yeah, but
People are coming back from
yeah.
businesses and things here if you do, it's more but still the spend.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. We'll get started. Please come in, take your seats. Hope everyone's doing well this afternoon. Good to hear. My name is Alex Ferdinand with the BWH Hotel Group, and I'd like to welcome you to our Connect First. Don't be shy, everybody. If you have any questions pertaining to the conference, just feel free to ask. Reach out to any one of us, the board, whoever else is here. Ask questions, volunteers, and everything else. So just a show of hands, who is a first timer here? Holy shit! Sorry. I am quite shocked. And who is returning for the first time since COVID? That's good. Well, welcome everybody. We'll get going. I will begin by introducing our chair of the GBTA Advisory Board, Ms. Sue Spears. Sue.
Hey everyone, I'm so glad there's so many new first-timers. It's just awesome. It's so nice to see everyone here. And on behalf of the Canadian Advisory Board and the board for GBTA, I'd just like to welcome everyone. Obviously we're here because we want to make the most of our conference experience, and I would hope that that people that are new here, again, I'm going to have you raise your hands again, all the new people. So when you look around, if you have somebody that's new, please go talk to them, or find somebody that didn't have their hand down, have a conference buddy, someone you can go to lunch with, someone that you can ask questions about or with. But reach out to any of us. You'll see different advisory board members in the room. We'll talk to you. We'll tell you where you should be. Just ask questions. And if you need someone to sit with at lunch, just find us, sit down. So, but definitely find a conference buddy. I think it's really important. So we're going to start today talking about how to make the most of your conference experience as a buyer. And to do that, I'm going to have Bertie Fernandez come up here and speak to us.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
Hi. So my name is Bertie Fernandez and I'm a travel manager at Letcore Industries Inc. I'm based out of Western Canada, and I have been to, I would say 10 conferences in my career. So, and I remember the time when I was a new timer. And so it is overwhelming, and don't get me wrong, there are many people in this room, all from the same industry. Let's work together and always make the best out of this. All of you all have come here with one purpose. And like GBTA's model is many voices, one purpose. So let's get that into action. And just to say, I mean, going with the GBTA theme, I'll say, a colleague of mine did mention this. Shelly, thank you. So the G would be to gather. So try and gather as much as you can. Go and meet people. Go and meet the suppliers. Go and get a buyer. Get a buddy. The B for buddy, like Sue said. Have a buddy system. Have somebody who can mentor you. We are all here together, and we can help you navigate through the expo flow, through the education sessions. If you're two of you are from the same company, go to different education sessions. And I remember the first time I was here, I had a book that had taken notes and something that I could take it back to my organization. What is that ROI for you to come here? You need to also take it back to your organization. Now when I come, if I have one thing that I can take it back or add it to my travel program, that's always a win for me. So so get a buddy, and then the T is time. You guys are here for 2.5 days. Make the most of your time. Schedule an appointment if you have to with the suppliers that you want to visit. There are so many technologies out there. There are so many people that you can partner with. Is that the right fit for your organization? So go out there, meet the people, meet the suppliers that are there, and develop that partnership. Partnership is key. And then lastly, A is the app. Well, use the app. Message the people that you want to meet with, and I'm sure a lot of you here are going to, we are all here to help you out as well, from GBTA, from the Canadian Advisory Board. So that is my little spiel of being a buyer and having the GBTA make the most of it. Thank you.
Thanks, Bertie. Now we're going to have Alex Ferdinand come and tell us from a supplier's perspective.
Hey everybody. Bertie said everything, so I'll get set down. But from a supplier's perspective, I too have been coming to work and doing GBTA for about 15 years or so. And this is a personal note for myself though, because I think personally GBTA is the best organization out there, and I'm not being biased or anything from that perspective, because for those of you who don't know our story at Best Western, we were Best Western now with BWH Hotel Group, buyers wouldn't touch us. And over the years, through exhibiting at GBTA, we've become a force to be reckoned with. I'm sure we haven't won over everybody, but our name and our recognition is out there just by being present at these events, showing up, networking, as Bertie said, making appointments wherever you can. For how many suppliers are in the room? Sorry, right now. Wow, quite a few. So just remember, the ratio between suppliers and buyers are 2 to 1, 3 to 1? 3 to 1. 3 to 1. Just be respectful, because we're all here to network with the buyers. The buyers, our time is going to be very pressed in terms of seeing all of us. And as you know, just make sure that you're respectful. See them afterwards, like Bertie says. Send an email, a text, whatever you need to do to meet up with that buyer. We normally come just to reconnect as a supplier with a lot of our buyers, because it's a good way just to reintroduce yourself, meet people, and then connect afterwards. Lots of times for that. So, other than that, you all know the drill. Network, meet, talk, sit, discuss, get any ideas you need to do, and reach out to the board or any of the volunteers out there. You guys enjoy your conference, eh?
Thanks, Alex. That was great. Yeah, it's one-stop shopping, folks. You've got all your suppliers here. The buyers are here. Make the most of the time you have. And if you have questions or you need more information, get emails, get contact information. So, anyhow, with that, I am going to invite our most important host and sponsor of this session from Hyatt Hotels, Gus Vonderheide.
I think there was one slide that maybe you were going to show. Is it this one? Here's your GBTA Board of Directors, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Thank Fantastic. Well, thank you, and certainly welcome to Connect First. I'm Gus Vonderheit. Thank you for letting the Chicago boy join me for a few days today. I'm wearing my Maple Leaf socks. I did bring some of that from home, but we are just delighted to be here. Hyatt is in a very exciting place in Canada, with now 18 open hotels and another half dozen in the pipeline. We may have been a little late coming to the dance, but we are here in a big way with 7 different brands. You know, we've got 26 brands now. We've got about 1,500 hotels open. So Hyatt is just so happy to be not only here, but just part of GBTA for sure. We're going to do Connect First in Dallas in a couple of months as well. So we're kind of putting our name on that, which I'm really excited about. I'll say that this event right now, for those of you in this room, and there might be 100 of you here, could very well be the most important event that you do all week. That may be surprising to you, but I'll tell you what. The fact that you've made the commitment to come here today to admit that you're the first timer or second timer, and that you're willing to reach out and make a connection and learn something new is huge, because everything you do from here is going to take you to the next level. So congratulations on that. I want to show a quick video real fast just to kind of level set who we are as Hyatt, a little bit about our culture and what we're kind of keeping on top of mind today. Before I do that, there's 2 things on your tables. There's index cards and there's sticky notes. We're going to, first of all, I want everyone to take one of those index cards, write your name and phone number on it. We're going to pick those up. Hyatt's going to give away some nice weekend stays in Canada at some of our properties. So make sure you get those filled out. Fold it over, just fold it over once. Just fold, stay with me. Fold it over just with the index cards. Yeah, the white cards. Just fold them over once and we're going to pick those up. The sticky notes, hold on to those. We're going to use those for a little bit of a networking opportunity in a couple minutes, okay? So as you're writing your name and phone number, enjoy this quick video.
When I heard that Hyatt committed to launch Rise High throughout the globe, it was in October 2018, the very first feeling was a sense of pride. A sense of pride that Hyatt would undertake such a project at a global level.
I needed a strong team around me. I said, Peggy is the one I called. She's really the heart that beats with the program here in France.
Currently in France, there are 1.5 million opportunity youth aged from 16 to 24 who have no employment opportunities, no education or no training. They very often live in underserved territories, and I would say that what they have in common is that they actually lack confidence in themselves. When they join the program, they are so intimidated because for most of them actually it's their very first time entering the lobby of a luxurious hotel, and they will say spontaneously that they would have never thought that they would be considered for a job. What we are doing is really physically and virtually opening doors for them, and we are here to show them that they belong and that they will have opportunities with us.
Pour moi, le monde de l'hôtellerie, si on se forme, on apprend, on grandit, avec les années qui passent, on peut extrêmement évoluer rapidement.
Mon rêve, c'est d'être un chef cuisinier. La cuisine m'a été ouverte, les chefs, tout le monde la écoute, les collègues. C'est à moi de faire des efforts.
I joined Hyatt as an intern at Hyatt Regency in Greenwich in Connecticut 25 years ago. I remember thinking, okay, Peggy, you're in a foreign country. You don't even know if you're going to love hospitality. And what helped me was the way I was welcomed by my colleagues. The reason why Rise High resonates so much with me is that I was able to have such an amazing career that in a way today Rise High is kind of paying it forward.
Merci, je suis content d'avoir ce diplôme.
One of the Rise Higher came up to me after the ceremony and told me, you know, Peggy, it's the first time I'm handed a diploma. As a human being, just knowing that you've contributed to this sense of pride for the Rise Higher is very powerful.
We're not recruiting people to put them in one job. We are recruiting them as a stepping stone for a career.
Je veux évoluer afin de me rendre fière moi-même. Et dans le futur, après avoir gagné de l'expérience, je veux développer mon propre hôtel.
There is a huge number of potential Rise Hires in the world, and I would really encourage people just to dare. Embracing something new. Care to me means being human, being vulnerable, being very respectful of the person who is in front of you and opening my heart was the most important thing I did to start this journey, actually, because it's a journey which needs both your head and your heart to make it happen. I had no idea that this would become one of the most important projects I would carry on throughout my entire career. I often say that I was not given a project, I was offered a gift that day.
So thank you. So that's High in a nutshell. We do care for people so they can be their best, and that branches out through every key stakeholder we have. So I'm going to talk now. We've heard a little bit about best practices from the supplier and the buyer. I'm going to talk to all the entire audience, things I think are important that you think through as you work through it. The first one is own your status. You know, your first and second timers, everybody loves a newbie. So don't be afraid to get up to and say, hey, this is my first time. You're going to find this extremely comfortable and welcoming community, and they will be more than happy to take you under their wings. So really don't feel shy or embarrassed that, oh my God, I've never been here before, I don't know what to do. Embrace that. It will take you so far, I promise you. We've all been there. For me, a number of years ago, but we've all been there. Walk the hotel public space. I love this one. This is so important because I think often you're going to find people sitting in a lounge or in the lobby after the hours. Even if it's not in the show hours, that's when you can make some of your best contacts. Not because they've had a drink, because they're relaxed and ready to carry on the conversation of the day. Don't feel like at the end of the show you need to go to your room. That would be a huge mistake. So make sure that you're finding opportunities to go through it. Connect with new industry friends on LinkedIn. You know, those of us that use social media and are comfortable with it, there is so much opportunity for you. After you take away all these cards or contacts that you make over the next few days, go back and make sure that you're linking them in, or link them when you're here on a break. You want to make sure that you're not missing any opportunity to keep that momentum going. Debrief the conference to your boss and colleagues. You know, those of us that traveled from one part of the country to the other, to Toronto, or from other countries perhaps, it's so important that you justify the ROI, especially today. Questioning. Need to have the way it does, and you have to say, "My, this is an amazing show. Let's do it again here." So make sure you take it up. And then everybody at Connect, we're going to give you a couple of opportunities today to talk to people at your table and to walk away with some good ideas. So stay tuned for that. But the last one and the bonus one I want to talk about is it doesn't matter if we're 3-to-1 supplier over buyer, right? That's a tough ratio. You got to be careful, as was mentioned earlier. But don't be afraid to meet hoteliers too. I've gotten some of my best referrals and some of my best business from a person in another brand that doesn't have a product in the city they're looking for, or part of the country. Don't be afraid. Make a connection and then introduce them to somebody else. Your own brand. I mean, you kind of develop your own reputation in this industry. I would say that's really one of the high things on my list. So that's my list of 6 for you this year, and hopefully you'll remember those. But again, congratulations for being here. I think it's super important. So we're going to do a little icebreaker, and we're going to ask you in a few minutes to share those with the members at your table. And we're going to ask for a few examples, those brave enough to stand up and tell us your story, okay? So I'm going to start. And mine's more probably an industry story than it is a travel story, but they go hand in hand. Way before I got with Hyatt, which has been 30 years, early in this position though where a guest enters the hotel to check in and nothing has gone right with that day, right? It has been a disaster from start to finish. They probably missed their flight coming in. We told them we were going to have a shuttle at the airport. We missed them. They had to end up getting in a cab. They came to the hotel. We checked them into a double-double. They wanted a king. We checked them into a smoking room. They wanted a non-smoke. You get the point, right? It was not a good day. And this guy calls the front desk, asks for the manager on the phone. And he's just going at it, just giving me, one after another, all the things that we've completely fallen and lost. And he finally stopped for a minute and says, who is this? He said to me, who is this? And out of frustration or embarrassment, I said, Gus. His response was, I don't have time to guess, damn it. Who am I talking to? Can you imagine? So I laughed, which really pissed him off. And then he laughed, and we became good friends. So I'll tell you, my story is all about communication. I always use my last name now, but That's what I've told over the years. I just think it kind of just speaks to who we do and what we are. So that's my story. Hayden, would you come and share yours, please?
These tables, person, let them share yourself. So 30 seconds, consolidates or more people at the table, as I'm person sitting. People sitting right. Let's consolidate. So my story is more of a truism that happened, and those of us that are in the sales space can appreciate. You know, you have to go to a presentation with a client. You're in a foreign country, different city. Sometimes flight schedules aren't great. So my sales team and I went down to Hershey, Pennsylvania a couple of years ago to present. And the flight schedule meant that we could only leave the next day at 6 a.m. Beautiful July summer morning. The plane was sitting there overnight, obviously airing itself out. Everything was great. People gradually start filling in. The very large, burly male flight attendant is up in the front doing his announcements. Woman walks in, probably about row 5 or 6, sits down, puts her briefcase underneath, out flies a bat. A bat is doing its circuits in the inside of the plane. Their own places, diving as a bat is flying on the inside of the airplane. I'm in the back row. No one's doing anything. I look up. Oh, there's a blanket in the overhead. So I reach up for the blanket and start walking to the front of the airplane, and the bat is bouncing into the blanket and out the door and off it goes. I knock on the cockpit door. It's okay, you can come out now. The door opens up. Are you sure? Yeah, it's good. I turn around to walk back, and the little old lady in the first row goes, "Oh, Batman, you're my hero." True story. Yeah. Hard to forget that one. So now we want you to share some stories. Everyone's had something happen. Maybe not a bat on an airplane. Who else but me? But share your stories amongst each other. And we're probably going to pick a few of you, or maybe some of you want to volunteer to share your story as well. Because in the travel space, things happen. They really do. So talk amongst yourselves. And we're going to maybe pick a few of you to share your stories in a little bit. But we really want you to break the ice and get to know each other. So I'm Ian from Direct Travel. I'm the guy with the bat. Here we go. Story? I have heard the story, yes. Oh. Seems to get a rise. That's it. Yeah, it's rapid.
rapid entry. It was fine. We get there, waited there, I was there early. So the guys, we're here for whether I don't have any less. We're here for confirmation. You don't have any tests. Oh, but I'm leaving the same day. You have to get it within 24 hours of the same day. So then they sent me to another shuttle driver. So okay, we'll call around. Another shuttle driver. We're all here and everything's going to be a test. All our tickets are expired. Okay, don't worry. Find another one. Let's go to another one. Then you gotta wait 15 minutes. This is the third time trying to get to the door. It's my year. And finally, same thing on the way back. I had to get it within Canada at the time when I left. I wanted to this year come back. But then when I was on vacation for months, on the way back this year, rapid entry. It said within 24 hours, it's the same thing. Day before, it's good within 24 hours. I went to the Middle East and in November 21, 6 PCR tests. I was going site visits in Abu Dhabi, Dubai Expo, and the luxury travel to Qatar. So constantly, every plane flight within 24 hours. And there are certain countries that have time to 7 days, 10 days after. Policies were nearly fully different. You have all these different apps. Everything has its processes.
Hello. For those of you that just came in, please fill out these white cards, name, phone number. For those that have not done it, fold them in half. They will be picked up. There will be some prizes drawn later, thanks to our friends at Hyatt. Thank you.
gonna go
want to
I'm
volunteer?
gonna go find a microphone.
Oh, yeah, we're going to find a microphone. While Gus is looking for a microphone, talk amongst yourself. See who wants to volunteer and see who would like to be voluntold to share their story. All right. So Swazi's got a microphone. And Adam's got a microphone. So is there any tables that want to raise their hands because there's somebody that wants to share a story, and here we are right here in the center. Stand up, don't be shy.
Hi everybody, my name's Leah Rook. I'm the owner and COO of Toronto Luxury Suites. You may have seen us on the internet. I have a story, a very special story actually. Myself and my younger sister were on our way to Buffalo Airport in a big snowstorm, a whiteout, with our mother, who we actually had to go to the hospital in Florida to see our grandmother who was dying. And as you know, it's a very intense time. So my mom just had ankle surgery. So what a great story. I'm grabbing my sister from her high school, get in the car, getting mom from the hospital, get in the car. Let's go to Buffalo. Complete whiteout, we get there. Okay, mom, you're in a wheelchair. What am I gonna do with you? Okay, well, we're gonna wheel you right in. Sorry? No, she just had surgery. Beep, 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 beep. She must be smuggling something in her ankle there. And my mom's freaking out, right? She's been on heavy medication. We're just had a long trip from Toronto. We're at the Buffalo Airport. Don't do this to me. Hold on a second. Looks in her purse. I have a doctor's note. I had surgery. You can't touch my foot. You can't take that off. Thank you. Okay, please, sir. Please, ma'am. Sorry, go ahead. You're okay. You're okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
The good old doctor's note saves the day. All right, Adam.
Sheraton Vancouver Wall Center. My story will be when I was in Whistler. I was up there for the 2010 Olympics, and I was working for a hotel. We had booked a kind of like a sports team full of kind of like elementary school, high school. Everyone was doing good. They all checked in, and then I get a phone call from the restaurant manager across the street, and she never calls me. And I was like, "What's going on, Kim?" And she's like, "Ricky, you guys have kids jumping from balcony to balcony." And I was like, "What?" So I rush out and I'm like, "What is going on?" And I realize on the second floor, we have balconies, but there's also the roof. So what they're doing is hopping off the balcony, running across the roof to each other's rooms, and it's kind of going back and forth. So I call chaperone and I'm like, "Hey, like this is happening, this has got to stop, like it's dangerous." So she brings all the kids together. The kids are all denying it, as kids do. But at the end of the day, that I'm talking to, they never jumped it. But that was kind of crazy. That was like my first job in hotels.
All right, Swanee, you've got another story to share.
Hi everyone, it's Shauna from St. John, New Brunswick. And I work at the destination marketing organization Envision St. John, but back in the day, I worked at the Hilton in St. John. And I was the duty manager one night. And unfortunately, a lady, she didn't want to take the elevator down, and she was on a higher floor, but she got in the stairwell, and unfortunately, she slipped and fell. And we were very nervous that she would have a concussion, so I was trying to tell her, we need to get you to the hospital because it might be a concussion, it might be, she said, I am not going to the hospital. She was very adamant about that, and she said, I want you to call me every hour on the hour to make sure that I'm okay. So I started calling at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Are you okay? Are you okay? Called her at 5 a.m. She said, would you stop calling me? I'm trying to sleep.
All right, over here, we have another story.
Hello, I got roped into this one by Adam. Okay, so I don't condone this behavior, first of all, I just want to say. I'm Stephen Anderson with Focus Point International. I'm on the Canadian Advisory Board team. So I have a habit of sleeping in the shower sometimes. And so I was in Mexico, and because the floor is tiled, and I was sleeping in the shower on this occasion, and my heel had blocked the drain, and the tub overflowed, hence flooding every room on that floor. No, there's a good outcome to this. So the hotel thought that something was wrong with the plumbing in my room, and so I got upgraded. Don't use that trick. Thank you.
You're in the front.
Thank you. Thanks for just telling my story. I liked it. So my name's Darren Dobson. I'm with Spencer Magazine, a lifestyle editor covering anything that's new, luxury, or eco. So don't come running when you're going to start yet. But back in March of 2020, something happened. There was something called a pandemic, and I had to cancel my trip. So that was not a problem. I did get a refund. Thank you for that. Then I planned it for June of 2020. Again. So it comes to January of this year, and so conditions changed in China, and I was flying through Hong Kong. Of course, I booked my flight way in advance, as a good traveler should. There wasn't these requirements then, but flying through Hong Kong to my final destination, you have to get a PCR test, or rapid antigen test, within 24 hours. So, okay, so I was looking at my flight, I said, oh, I can't go the night before, so I'll go the following day. So I booked my appointment at 11 a.m., which is great. I went to my pharmacy, and I sat there very patiently, and I was going, and he said, what are you here for? I said, I'm here for my rapid antigen test. I have an appointment. This is on my app. It's like, we don't have you booked in our system. So I started to sweat. I'm leaving that evening. You have to be at the airport 3 hours before. I said, okay, well, I haven't down here my confirmation. So anyways, they come back after half an hour. We don't have any rapid antigen test here. Oh, okay, so what do you suggest I do? Can you call another pharmacy? So they did. So they said, oh, we found a pharmacy not too far away, about 20 minutes away. This is fantastic. I still have lots of time, supposedly, maybe. So anyways, I go to the next pharmacy. Of course, I go in, and everything's, they take all my information. You got to give your passport number and name, and fill out all the documentation, everything. They're all ready to go, and they're ready to take me in. And they're going, all our kits have expired. Oh, that's very exciting. So the next thing is, what do I do now? Can you call someone else? He says, we'll find you someplace. I said, okay, great. So there's one just down the street. This is crossing my hands now, crossing my fingers and praying to God. So I go to the third place and going, I just came, I have all the documents already there filled out. It says, just make sure your kits are in stock and not expired, and please, right away before I'm waiting another half hour. So anyways, they did have kits. They were in stock, they were not expired, so of course you have to take the test and wait 15 minutes. And I'm crossing, because it's the third time I'm trying to get to my destination after a year or two. So it came back, okay to go. Came back negative. The moral of the story is, I got to my destination, and I did make my engagement. I'm now engaged. So that's the moral of the story. Thank God for that.
We do have time for one more story, and then we'll go to our next icebreaker.
My name is Rebecca, and I'm from St. Catharines. My story is very, very short. I have done travel for a very long time, and I used to do corporate travel, and we handled mining accounts. And one of our clients called because he was going to miss his connection out of Yellowknife. So, we'll get you rebooked. Well, don't worry about it. I'm just going to go to the Walmart and buy a snowmobile. I'll be fine.
Tough to that. Thank you all for sharing your stories. Now, I think you'll notice on each of your tables some little orange sticky notes. The last few minutes we have together, we'd like you to spend a few minutes and talk amongst yourselves and find out how many items you have in common with each other. It could be that you all hate the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's one. As stated by a Habs fan. Anyway, again, items that you find in common with each other, and then we'll go around and we're going to have everybody stand up, and based upon the number of items you have in common, let's see who has the most items in common at the very end. That work? And then, of course, we're going to have some prizes drawn, and we're done. Go for it. right, everyone. Everyone stand up. That's everybody stand up. If you only had one thing in common with your table, sit down, please. I figured that you wanted one. Who had two things in common? Sit down. 3. 4 things in common. Oh, there's the first table to sit down. Oh, they faked it.
Changed their mind.
Who had 5 things in common? We sit down. There you go. Finally, a table sits down. 6 things in common. 7 things in common. 8 things in common. 9. 10. 11 things in common. Okay. If you can't find a buddy amongst your table with 11 things in common, I don't believe it. Okay, 12 things in common. 13. Still 4 tables, 5 tables, 6 tables, 7. 15 things. 16 things. Come on, you're maybe stretching it a bit. 17 things. Not that I'm saying you're full of crap. 18 things. Okay, there's 2 tables left standing. How many things in common did you have?
21.
21. In the back?
34.
How many? There's your winner. 34 things in common. Wow. Gus and I were talking. Do we want to hear them? Go for it.
Okay, we all have hair. We all have kids. We all love the color gray. We're all Canadian. We all have great smiles. We're all in travel management. We're all in business development. We have 99 years average experience in total, so an average of 25 years. This is not our first time in Toronto for everybody. We're all meat eaters. We all love to fly. We're non-smokers. We all have comfy shoes. We all plan to meet as many colleagues as possible. We've all done our LinkedIn posting. We all ensure that we have done socials. We want to make sure that we spread the word. We have all learned something already here today. We've met a lot of great, cool people together. We're all hungry. We've downloaded. Come on. We've all downloaded the app. We've all uploaded our photos. We are all beer lovers. 3 of them like to drink, and I like to rinse my hair with it. This year, we all love live theater and, of course, traveling. Each of us has a car on average. And we all love to travel at least once outside of the year for personal versus business reasons. We all are looking forward to James Bond night, and we have James Bond here at the table. The real James Bond is right here with us. And we've all picked out the sessions we want to go to.
Wow. It's certainly tough to beat that. Okay, before we draw for some prizes, and I know Anne-Marie and Casey are going to come up and draw for those, just want to take a moment and thank Gus and the folks from Hyatt for sponsoring the Icebreaker. We hope that everyone was able to meet somebody new, make a connection, and find a buddy to enjoy the rest of the trade show with. So thank you very much to the friends of Hyatt. And Anne-Marie and Casey are going to be drawing some prizes right now. I know I've stuffed a ballot box with about 8 or 9 of mine, so there you go. Ladies.
So much. Listen, I do not want to go back after you. Like that was an impressive 34 list. So I'm Casey Hayter. I've worked for Hyatt for 5 years now. I know many of you in the room. And then for those that are new, thank you so much for joining the session. This is Anne-Marie.
Yeah, I'm Anne-Marie, and I'm in Montreal. I work with Casey and represent Hyatt Global Hyatt Resorts. So we're pleased to be here with you today. Yeah. It's my second year, so almost new.
25 years. I can't say that. So I've been to GBTA for as long as they've had it in Canada, and it's a wonderful show, and I hope you have a great time. So we've got some prizes. Yes. We're going to give a really good mix of the bottle. And actually, before I go on, we've got some colleagues in the room. So if I could just get you to stand up. I've got the Park Hyatt, Violetta from the Park Hyatt Toronto. I've got Jamal, which is our Canadian Director for Regional Sales. We've got Peggy from the Hyatt Place in Montreal, one of our newest hotels. Sorry. And then Andrew from the Hyatt Place in Ottawa. We have Janice from the Hyatt Regency in Vancouver. And then we have Lucy from the Hyatt Regency in Toronto. This is our first time having a booth, so please come by and stop by our booth. Okay, ready? First one, I don't have my glasses.
So this one is for Toronto.
2 nights at the Hyatt Regency in Toronto.
Which is Toronto.
Get a good close up.
Yeah. So, Princess Lim.
Okay. The next one we'll do for the Hyatt Centric in Montreal. 2-night stay. Oh my gosh, I lost my reading person. Can you read that?
Leah Rook.
Can't wear my glasses, it ruins the look.
Congratulations. Oh, thank you for sharing your story. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Next one. We'll do for the Hyatt Regency in Vancouver.
All right. Adam Chan.
Adam's from my table. Good. Okay, last one.
Very much. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hyatt Regency Toronto. Lucy, thank you very much. Okay, 2-night stay.
Okay. Excuse my pronunciation, maybe. Anarhanda Lohakari.
Excellent, thank you so much. So we have 4 people coming to our booth for sure.
Before we go, Stephen Anderson from the board just wants to share something regarding uploading of apps, etc. So we're all pretty in tune with that. And then you'll be off to your sessions.